Scanning. Identity authorized. Welcome to the Secret Superhero Club Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dragon Training. Today, you will learn to fight dragons.
Pain. Love it.
Let's get started.
You should come by sometime to work out. You look like you work out. Oh!
I guess it's just you and me, huh?
No, just you.
Huh?
Focus, Hiccup.
Can I transfer to the class with the cool Vikings?
Whoa. Has anyone ever tried to train a dragon?
No one's ever lived to tell the tale.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Let's see if this works. We're gonna take this nice and slow. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Whoa! Yeah!
Get down!
It's okay. You just scared him.
I scared him?
Everything we know about them is wrong. Let me show you.
Either we finish them, or they'll finish us.
Fire!
We don't have to fight them. Whoa, cool. Go, baby!
No matter how this ends, it ends today.
What are you gonna do?
Something crazy.
I'm in.
Me too.
Sign me up.
I love this plan.
Go.
Dreamworks How to Train Your Dragon.
It's like the size of my... Oh! Get it off!
In 3 days.
Welcome, everybody, to the Animation Station Podcast, episode 143. My name is Josh.
I'm Hanna.
And today we're going to be talking about How to Train Your Dragon.
Yay!
So, I hope you like the show, because you're about to get 3 episodes in a row of How to Train Your Dragon.
Whoop, whoop.
You're going to get How to Train Your Dragon, then next week, How to Train Your Dragon 2, then the week after, How to Train Your Dragon 3. The hidden... What was the second one, too?
No, I was just trying to remember what the tagline for the second one was. Let's see. I'm super distracted by the Build-Bears.
How to Get Away with Murder. No, the second one was just How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Was it? Okay, that's
and
what
this
I
is
thought.
How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. So technically, I guess not How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Still How to Train Your Dragon 3.
But yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
It's the third in the series. So, yeah, we're going to be doing these 3 episodes, you know, as like a celebration of How to Train Your Dragon. We were going to do How to Train Your December and just do Dragon December stuff. And then just have like all dragon stuff.
Yeah.
But then we didn't.
That's disappointing.
Well, because it was like, well, I could do that now, but then we wouldn't have this lead up for Hidden World.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted the lead up to Hidden World.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
Oh, man. All right. So, Hannah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hi.
It's been a hot minute since you were on the show. But we had a lot of pre-recording stuff. The last one that you were on was the 2018 recap.
Yeah.
Which we recorded 2 weeks in advance.
We certainly did.
Yeah. So it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
So welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Any fun stuff going on in your realm?
No. You know, that's what happens when you're a manager in retail and they want you to do stuff. I sent a text message with all of the things they want us to do before the middle of March. And I'm surprised I haven't had to be committed yet because of my mental health state. So Today is a relaxation day.
Yet.
We're going to see how I make it. And because of all this stuff, I don't think I'm going to get to see my sister when I thought I was going to. So
Really?
yeah, I might have to delay it a month, which is only a month.
But still.
Shane's in school, so that kind of complicates a whole lot of stuff to go to see them. So my parents are there now, so I'm also watching over their house and their cat. Because, Dexter's the favorite child. And,
of the three of you, yes.
Of
the four of you,
yeah,
yes.
He's the fifth favorite child. And, so I'm dealing with that on top of everything else. So it's just been a not fun week. Not fun. So I'm very excited to talk about something I enjoy a whole lot. Which is this fandom.
Yeah, speaking of fandoms, we've been getting a lot of messages and everything, so I'm just going to put it out right now. The Vic stuff, not going to talk. I think it would be irresponsible on the show to talk about it until everything has really come to light. But we've been getting, people asking on Unlocked, people sending messages,
really?
Asking like that, and I'm like, we're not going to address it until everything has come to light.
About, what do you think about
exactly.
what's
It's
happened?
I've got my opinions, you've got your opinions, everybody has their opinions, but
and
I'm just gonna, I don't think it would be smart to do anything on it right now.
As I've read stuff, it's been really interesting to see things unfold, and I'm gonna be super curious to see how everything ends up, ultimately what happens.
Exactly. But that being said, don't be D-bags to the fandoms.
No.
Just because, don't be awful people to other people.
See, yeah, okay, so I saw a tweet on a few days ago, and it's very much a sum up of my experience. I had a good experience when I met Vic. Great experience.
Mm-hmm.
That does not invalidate anything that's maybe and has happened to other people. So my experience does not mean that everybody else is a liar. So we're just going to see what happens, and we all need to be open-minded and kind.
Agreed. That's the main thing. Be kind.
Be kind, please. Life is too short, and life is so hard enough that we don't need to be compounding things on people that we don't understand ourselves.
Exactly. So again, we're not gonna really talk about it, so stop asking.
Yeah.
We've got we're doing some interviews. Got some of those. I've kind of got RTX mapped out with Graham.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna go with Graham from the Anime Book Club. That'll be fun. We should be booking our Airbnb today. And then I talked to Tony, and maybe get a little RT action.
Awesome.
Yep, I'm excited, and got a D23 trip planned out. Not going to go to D23.
No, but you'll be there during D23.
Exactly, yeah. So, Jared will be there. Our friends, the DeCosmos from Hilt Radio, will be there. Gets to go see Gavin and Charlie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and kind of need it right now. So,
yes.
Almost like a detoxy
type
thing.
That's what I was going to use my trip to see my sister as. As a break from the insanity of everything here. Mm-hmm. And now it might be delayed, and I don't think my head can take it. Yeah,
because 2019 sucked.
Especially for you.
It has not been good. So yeah. Anyway, on to happier things.
Yeah.
Happier things. Been playing Assassin's Creed. Have my all-female assassin crew,
which is really awesome.
I like that. Well, I don't know which did you like better? Which singing, the men or the women?
I liked the ladies, but I have this thing about a group of men singing.
Yeah, it sounded really, really good.
Yeah, especially when you have the different tones. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There's just something about a group of men singing together.
I wish we could.
That just sounds really pleasing to the ear.
I wish I could get one of those crews that's mixed. I've got the both. So I've got really good.
Yeah, that'd probably be awesome.
But I've been watching. Did you watch the AT? Is it ATZ? Is it Eights? What is the name of that stupid band?
ATs.
ATs.
Because it's A to Z.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Or A to Z.
A to Z. Yeah.
That's so dumb. But it's a great.
Because that's what they say in Say My Name.
Okay.
It's the A to the Z.
Oh, they say A to the Z.
Yes.
I was like, A-T Swiss. I was like, what is that?
There's so much English
There's so much.
in that song. I was like, whoa. I think it's going to be a song I have to listen to a couple times before I'm like fully on board. Like a lot of the like the NCT stuff. I usually have to listen to it a couple of times. And then I just don't stop listening to it. So
you stop. Baby, don't stop. All right, that was the K-Pop Korner.
Yeah!
We got one of those in. We should do a K-Pop Korner
We
whenever
should.
we have an episode, you and me. Like,
Yeah.
we'll just have the K-Pop Korner.
We totally should. Because, Taemin's got a new album coming out.
Yeah, they keep showing, like, the music video first looks
Or
type
the
thing.
teaser
Yeah,
crap.
and I'm just like, just show the dang thing.
Give it to me!
Anyway, welcome to episode 143 of the ASP. We're going to be talking about How to Train Your Dragon for the next however long this takes.
Woo!
All right, so we saw this movie together.
We
like,
did.
Back in the day, we saw this
like
together.
opening weekend happened to be like the local medieval arts festival.
That's right.
And we went and froze
Oh.
because the temperature like sharply dropped in the middle of us out there.
Well, that's what they do at the Norman medieval fair. They always have it like in April.
Yeah.
Right on that like end of
winter, start of
the
spring.
beginning of spring, so
Yeah.
it always rains.
There's always one day of rain, one day where it's freezing cold, and one day that it's beautiful, but you never know
Which day it's gonna be.
Exactly.
So you would think, okay, maybe Sunday will be the nice pretty day. No, it was Friday. You missed it. Sunday is raining, and you're like, ah, crap. So yeah, so we saw that, and is that the year that we got the big, huge like drinks from that like fillable place?
I think it was.
That was yummy.
Yeah, because I can't remember, what did I buy? So I can't go to an arts fair and not buy something.
You bought stuff for Olivia and Lorelai,
That's right.
like fairy wings or
or
wands
something.
or something
I think
like
I
that.
got them wands. I think that's what it was. Yeah. But yeah, that was a really fun day that we had. Then we went to top it off with this movie that was, man, when we walked into that theater, it was just like packed with like little ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, shouldn't be surprised. It's a
The Dreamworks.
Dreamworks Illumination. So of course the theater's gonna be full of small children's. So that should not have been a surprise, but it kind of was.
And then the movie started, and it was like, oh my goodness, it just kicked off.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I'll read a small synopsis. On IMDb, written by TB4000. A hapless young Viking who aspires to hunt dragons becomes the unlikely friend of a young dragon himself and learns there may be more to the creatures than he assumed.
Okay, so that's a good synop.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
All right, so are we going off the premise here that since this movie came out in like what? Was this 09?
2010.
2010?
2010.
Okay, so since this is almost 10 years old, we're gonna go all in.
Oh yeah, no, this is all spoilers. Hannah, I don't know if you've noticed that, but we barely like not spoil things on this show. It's just like all spoilers.
Have you had a non-spoiler episode ever?
A couple. Though the ones with like for the Animationist Film Festival that
Okay,
Caleb
yeah.
Masters from the Cinematropolis and I did. We didn't really spoil those because we knew that those were coming out, so we
Okay.
just kind of gave like impressions,
Okay,
but
smart.
we didn't actually spoil.
Okay,
because
yeah.
like Mirai was still coming out.
That's right.
We still had a month before that came out, and then like Boonwell and Fanon are also getting theatrical releases, and we kind of knew that was happening, so we didn't really like go too much into it.
Okay, no, but that makes sense.
Well, I mean, with Boonwell, I mean that's just a autobiographical piece, so you can read what happens to Louis Boonwell.
But still.
So, yeah, it's not anything that we spoiled. It's like he was a guy.
It's all out there. It happened.
And then we did one with with Cloud City cast.
Oh, we
it was
we
a
did
Star
like a
Wars.
Star Wars Part 1. We just talked about like our experience going to go see The Last Jedi.
Yeah, that was boring. That was a crap episode. Because you can't talk about anything. You're just like, yeah, and then the stuff happened on
and Josh
screen.
and I almost fell asleep halfway through the movie.
Oh my gosh, it was bad. When they go to
It's been a
Canto
long
Bop,
day.
it's just like,
Oh my
I'm just going to
gosh.
sleep.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it was Force Awakens.
Was it Force Awakens?
Was it Force Awakens?
Because we-
because we did a Last Jedi one here.
Yeah.
So I don't remember. That's how much I didn't care.
We're not big Star Wars reboot fans.
Star Boots.
Star Boots.
The Star Boots.
Star Boots, because that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. But you know what we are big fans of? Bringing
Dragons.
it back on topic. We are big fans of How to Train Your Dragon. So we'll just kind of go through a little bit of the cast. We have Jay Baruchel as Hiccup, Gerard Butler as Stoic, Christopher Mintz as Fishlegs, Craig Ferguson as Gobber, Marika Ferreira as Astrid, Jonah Hill as Snotlout. In the first two movies, T.J. Miller as Tough Nut. You've got Kristen Wiig as Rough Nut, and then others. Oh yeah, and David Tennant is Spite Lout.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's weird because like his character is in the minor, not really spoiler. His character is in the third one, but he voices somebody else.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
Huh.
really, David? Okay.
Okie dokie.
But no, yeah, that was a big surprise when you saw that David Tennant was in it. It's like, David Tennant. He said like 2 words. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was so we went and we saw this movie. What did you really think of the the overall story? Just we'll kind of go overall story, and then we'll kind of go through the actual.
Like how old would you say that Hiccup is at the beginning of the movie?
Like 12, 13.
That's what I would say. About 12, 13 years old. And he has this image of what a Viking has to be. And he's like the complete opposite of what a Viking has to be. Especially when you have his dad, Stoic, and then you have Hiccup. They're 2 polar opposites from each other.
Yeah, one has this northern accent, and the other one doesn't. And the other one's Jay Baruchel.
And I don't know. This is one of those like coming of age movies, quote unquote, and like what would you like meeting your best friend kind of movies.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really nice blend, showing that you can still be yourself and still be like accepted, and not have to change yourself to be accepted, kind of thing. Because Hiccup is so different from everybody else in the village.
Exactly.
That for him it works. And he still gets the girl at the end of the movie.
When? And this is based on the book series, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am ashamed to admit I've never actually read this book series.
Did we have those books?
Yeah, at the bookstore. I shelled them all the time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they were pretty popular. And they get really heavy actually into like Norse mythology and Viking culture of the time.
Okay.
So like best friend Crystal tried to read them and she says, I can't read these because they're a little too difficult. I was like, dang, these are kids' books. And then I've never given them a try. They're still on my to-read list, along with like too many other books. But it's still on my to-read list because of how much I enjoyed these movies.
Nice. Yeah, I knew that they were a series because like I don't think Astrid's in the books.
I don't think
believe
she is.
Astrid,
I think she's in
think
a movie edition.
Yeah, I think they added her into the movie.
Yeah, to give like a female character.
Yeah, exactly. Because like we got Rough Nut, and we're like, all right, that's
okay,
it.
we need something else.
We need something that's a little bit more palatable.
Yes, who's a good opposite for Hiccup.
Who's not just like this, like almost like stoner-esque, like.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
We love you, Kirsten Wiig. We love you.
Come on the show. You're invited anytime.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. For me, like, yeah, what you said, like, it is very much a coming of age story.
Yeah, very much.
And it's a good coming of age story.
Oh, it's done impeccably well.
And just, I've seen the third one. You've not seen the third one yet.
No, I unfortunately could not go with you to see it, and I still hate myself for it. So,
it wrapped up beautifully.
I'm so excited.
So well. Especially when you put all three of them together.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on seeing the third one because when I went to see the third one, I hadn't watched one or two. It had been like
a while.
It had been like a few months.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1, 2, and then 3 the next morning.
Smart.
So that way I can go like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And just get the whole entire experience again. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan.
And we'll just see if everything
We'll see
works
if it
out.
works out. Because life is very hectic.
Life finds a way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the Flintstones, right? Isn't that the show that the show? But yeah, no, it's a really good coming of age story, and it wraps perfectly. If they just would have done one movie, that's how good these movies are. It's
Absolutely.
like if they just do one movie, you're like, all right, that was really good.
Yeah, like when they announced, we're going to make a second one, insert Hanna complete freak out.
It's like, how? What are you gonna do?
It's like, this is amazing. It's like, we're going to, because it's like, my mind immediately went to exactly what the plot of the second movie was. Because I'm an adult and I can figure things out like
right,
that.
yeah. It's not anything where you're sitting there like, what are they gonna do next?
And it's like,
but the story is good enough and the characters are good enough.
but I don't care that I predicted it.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter.
No, and like at the end of the first,
and then it's
film,
basically Aquaman.
pretty much.
It's basically Aquaman. He goes and finds his mom. His mom that has like,
or
this...
his mom finds him. Mom kind of finds him.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But he does have to kind of go into like the queer area type deal in order to actually find her.
Yeah. Let's like talking about like predictability and stuff. It's a kids movie where it's geared towards children. So yeah, it's going to be a little predictable. That's absolutely fine. But what DreamWorks does really well here is that it makes you not care that it's predictable. Because you still love all these characters so flippin' much that you don't care that you're guessing. Well, at the end of the first one, actually, what happens at the very, very end, I did not predict that. That came out of like left field, and I was like, what the heck have you done? Why are you touching the precious boy?
So let's kind of go into like the actual story.
Okay.
So we start off on the Isle of Berk, just because.
Why not?
Why not?
We love it.
We start off on the Isle of Berk, and Hiccup is kind of narrating. He's like, "Yeah, I live here, and there's dragons. They come and attack us." That was my Jay Baruchel. It's not very good, and I'm not working on it.
I know. It's like I know that everybody else really has an accent except like the kids.
Yeah.
But
Rough Nut and Tough Nut, they have that like Point Break.
They're Californian.
Yeah.
But I love that
like, we're from
still,
SoCo.
it's that Jay's voice fits Hiccup's character still so well.
Yeah.
I mean, like you don't care that his dad is a very blatant Scotsman, and then you've got this. Then you have Jay.
Yeah, and so Hiccup is trying. He's not like this Viking fighter. He's more of an inventor. So he makes these contraptions to kind of like stop the dragons, and then it ends up backfiring, catching all of the sheep, and so the dragons are like, "Yay! Thanks for the food," and they're like, "Oh, well, dang." That did not work, and so everybody gets mad at Hiccup, and none of the kids are nice to him.
None
at all.
Like I would probably
he has no
say
friends.
that the only person in the village that is nice to Hiccup
is Gobber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he's the only one. Even his dad.
He's just like, why are you like this?
Yes, it's like why can't you just be a male Astrid?
Exactly. It's like, man, if Astrid was my son, dang.
Yeah.
She'd be dope.
She's like the stereotypical
She's like
expected
she's like the Viking
child.
of Vikings.
Yes.
And you're like, dang, yeah. That's our future generation right there.
Yeah.
Astrid 2020. Can we
Might
do
be
that?
what
Can
we
we do
need.
Astrid 2020?
Let's text America Fiera and be like, hey girl, where you at? What you doing in 2020?
How to Train Your Dragon 4. And you're like, what? No. No, so he goes out and he hits something. And he's like, I got a dragon. And then he goes out and he finds this Night Fury, which is like
The
dragon. It is the king of all dragons.
And like Fish Legs has like this book with like all the stats of the dragon.
I love that he has a stat book.
He's a stat, but like it's like he's like the walking D&D stat master.
Like he has the player's handbook.
Yeah, and he has nothing on a Nightwing, and then guess who catches the Nightwing?
Night Fury.
Or Night Fury. Sorry.
Yeah, Nightwing is a different thing.
But he catches the Night Fury.
Nightwing's a dick. Grayson. Sorry, that's all.
Nice.
That's what I wanted.
And then Hiccup catches one, or slices off a part of his tail so he can't fly away.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then he feels bad. He's like, I'm gonna kill the dragon. And he's like, I can't do it.
But that's not who Hiccup is.
I don't want to kill the dragons.
No.
And so he decides to tame the dragon, like feed the dragon, and then dragon becomes nice.
And then Astrid starts getting suspicious.
Well, because like he's like Hiccup starts,
taming
these dragons. He's like, well, I know if I put my hand out, it's gonna touch it, and like I'll be able to play with it. And so Astrid's like, wait a minute, I'm best Viking. How come he's new best Viking? I'll kill him in the woods.
Okay, so like they go to training. If you haven't seen this film, they're in they have a training arena, and Gober leads it, trying to teach the kids how to best kill the dragons and how to survive in a dragon attack. Mm-hmm. And Astrid wins
all the time. She's the best.
Then you have like Snotlout, who's just trying to woo Astrid.
Much like Tough Nut too.
Because I think Snotlout is like Hiccup's cousin.
I think so. Yeah,
so something happens to Hiccup.
He is related.
Yeah, so if something happens to Hiccup, he would be
the new chief.
So
that's why he's kind of like pushing Hiccup in these directions. Be like, push,
get him out of the way. And so then I can take over the village later. And so Hiccup is abysmal. He's like, there's no hope.
It's like, I can't carry a sword.
Or a shield.
Or a helmet.
And
it just sits on your head.
Yeah. And he ends up learning about dragons and like, well, if we can just like learn them, then maybe we don't have to kill them.
Mm-hmm. And so he starts, learning from Toothless, like, okay, this is how you can all dragons are kind of the same. They're like cats. Like all dragons
are very much like cats.
All dragons are very much the same. So he's doing this stuff, and like everybody gets impressed with Hiccup. Like he's like, oh my goodness, Hiccup's taming all these dragons. He's gonna actually be a good chief. And then his dad's like, I'm so proud of you, son. Gives him a helmet that's his mom's. It's her mom. It's his mom's. Okay, so yeah, this doesn't add up. This is
a plot failure.
Yeah,
right
here. It's like he gives Hiccup a helmet that is his mom, that used to be one of his mom's breastplates. And you're like,
but the mom that we meet
would
not work.
No. Not at all. You're just like, something happened here.
Dreamworks.
They were dreaming.
Yeah.
Because even then, the helmet's like too big for Hiccup.
Exactly.
You're like, really?
What?
So yeah, Astrid follows Hiccup out into the woods because she's bound and determined to figure out what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Because he's being very aloof and not like really telling people, like how he's. So he's like, hey, just figured it out.
Which is so funny because that's just how he is.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden, Astrid like starts seeing Hiccup, and you're like, the kid hasn't changed. He goes off on his own all the time because he has no one to talk to in the village outside of the blacksmith. Mm-hmm. And
I guess during this. Oh yeah. So during this time, Hiccup is trying to woo Toothless and figures out Toothless can't fly.
Yes.
Oh, he also named the Night Fury Toothless. Spoilers. And so he's like, okay, I'm gonna create this like tail rotor type thing in order to help him fly.
Yeah.
So he can start flying again.
Well, then come to find out, this thing that he invents doesn't work unless he has a rider.
Exactly.
To engage it.
So he's gonna be a dragon rider.
Woohoo!
So he's tamed this dragon. Now he's gonna ride the dragon.
Yeah, and then Astrid finds out about it.
Because that's when he's taking the saddle.
Yes.
And
trying to put it on Toothless, and Toothless is just like, wait. typical cat behavior.
Like,
Well, you know what I love, too, is that the part where he actually inserts that additional tail part on Toothless. The way the animators figured out how Toothless was going to move is that they tied a ball to the end of one of their cat's tails and recorded him and how he reacted, and then used him as the basis for the animation for Toothless.
that's amazing.
I go,
Cat.
Toothless is a cat, and I verify it because my cat she's just like a gray version of Toothless.
She got wings?
Unfortunately,
Spits
no.
fire?
No, he doesn't spit fire. It's like supersonic booms.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It's been a while. To quote that song, it's been a while. So she goes out and Hiccup's kind of, riding dragon. So Astrid sees.
Yeah.
And Toothless is like,
Grabs the
grabs
girl.
her. And, kind of like, almost kills her.
Almost, but he's a dragon, and the only human who hasn't tried to kill him.
Yeah, because Astrid
Kind of has been
doesn't
Toothless.
Astrid, like, pull her
Yes.
axe and stuff? She's like, nuh-uh, dragon.
She like comes up on him with her axe out, I think, and yeah. So of course, Toothless isn't going to respond well to that.
But yeah, Hiccup, kind of is like, Astrid, it's okay, everything's all right. And then they go on this, magic carpet ride.
But no singing.
It's very Aladdin. They go on this nice little ride, and you're like, oh, okay. And then Astrid's like, all right, I guess I can.
I kind of get what you're doing here, and she's like, we gotta tell, like the elders that this is possible.
Did she kiss Hiccup then, like on the cheek? After the ride, like after the saving thing? Because I know she does like the hug behind the waist
No, I
thing.
don't think she kisses him until he goes to stop his dad
Oh, okay.
from hunting the dragons. Because during
Oh
all this
yeah,
time,
I think she gives him one of those like pops on the shoulder.
Yeah, I think.
Like, yay, guy.
Because during all this time, they're trying to find like the Isle of the Dragons, like the home of the dragons, so they can just like wipe all of them out.
Like you do.
Yeah, so like there's like the big test to prove that they're gonna like graduate from like the dragon killing school, and Toothless decides he's not going to participate.
Hiccup decides.
Hiccup decides he's not going to participate, and then like they discover Toothless, and then they use Toothless to find the island. And so Hiccup's like, you can't hurt my boy. And
But Hiccup and the kids get left. All the other Vikings go, so Hiccup and the kids get left.
Yes.
And so they're like, all right, we're gonna
We're
take these
5 kids. One of us actually knows what we're doing with dragons. And we're gonna go stop all the adults.
Yeah, and one of them's got the D&D player's handbook over here, so he knows, he has that monster manual. He knows what he's doing. So then they go and they tame their dragons.
Yeah.
And I like how Rough Nut and Tough Nut get that, like, it's
the
almost
dual
like
head?
it's almost like a hog type
Oh yes.
thing.
I wonder what are the dragon types? Keep talking and I'll see if I can figure out the dragon.
Yeah, so
types.
like they have this. No. It's Snotlout. He's the one who basically drives like the hog type
Oh yeah.
thing, where he's got like the long horns and he's like driving it like a motorcycle. Yeah, the other two, Rough Nut and Tough Nut, they have a duel. One that like spits gas, and the other one that spits.
Fish Legs has a grunkle. He's like the big one.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I like Astrid's.
Astrid has. I'm trying to
That
get this thing to
blue
open.
one.
Okay, so I want to say the Natter is like the two-headed one.
That sounds correct.
And then I'm trying to get this thing to load.
Do you have the Wi-Fi?
No. Astrid has. Okay, so the twins have a Zippleback.
Zippleback.
And then Fish Legs has a Grunkle. And I think Snotlout, does he have the Natter?
Snotlout has a Nightmare.
Oh, he has the Nightmare, and then Astrid has the Natter. And then you have the Night Fury.
Then you have Night Fury.
Night Fury.
Like
so,
you do.
Yeah, so they get these dragons, and then they're like, okay, we're going to go stop, like...
We're
the
going to steal the
oldest dragon-
Declaration of Independence.
Wrong cast.
Oh, sorry.
They're going to, like, okay, so this is, like, the oldest dragon.
Yes,
Right?
this is supposed to be like the father of dragons,
The
or
dragons.
something.
Not the alpha. That's a different movie.
Yeah, that's
But
two.
it's the father dragon, and it's like if they think it's going to be like a hive mind. If they kill him, they kill all the dragons.
Mm-hmm. Very much a Starship Troopers type of thing.
And a lot of things sci-fi that came out in the
Yeah,
80s.
exactly. So they go to this island, and like it's not attacking. They're like, huh,
Because he's
what's
big,
going
old,
on?
and sleepy.
He's sleepy, and he is basically the island. And then he does wait. What do they do to wake him up? They go in and they blow. Don't they blow something up?
Yeah, like I think they kill a couple dragons, and like it wakes him up. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, wait a minute. No. And so like this huge gargantuan dragon of a thing starts to rear his ugly head, and that's when the kids show up.
And they're like, all right, we're gonna zip around, and then Hiccup gets on
He frees Toothless.
Toothless.
And he kind of goes like saves the day
Mm-hmm.
with his quick little night fury.
And his dad, like during this time, is like, all right, we're gonna let this happen.
It's like, my son's a true Viking.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't he saves Toothless, doesn't he?
Yes.
Because like Toothless is on the ship, and one of the
'Cause
the
it's
dragon
like-
like breaks the ship.
I have this. It's like Toothless is trying to break out, I think, and like they see Hiccup, and then I think Stoic puts 1 and 2 together that Hiccup's trying to, or Toothless trying to get to Hiccup.
And he's like free him. He's like, save my son or something
Yes.
like that.
And then
because
he
like
goes.
at this point, I think like Hiccup's like on top of like the big dragon, just
something.
like holding on or something.
Yeah, so Toothless goes, he saves Hiccup, and then Hiccup and Toothless defeat like this island dragon.
Mhm. There's a big explosion.
Big explosion, Hiccup falls, Toothless saves him, but
One caveat happens.
Toothless bites off Hiccup's foot.
Like you do.
Like, he just meant to save him.
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those, can't really blame him for it. He was trying to save boy that got like shot into the...
Yes, and he was gonna like fall, like he would have died.
Mhm.
If he had landed. But then that leads into like a really awesome like main character moment, is that we have a disabled main character now.
Mhm. We have a disabled dragon, and now we have a disabled main
young-
character.
And I love it
Mhm.
because it's really symbolic of the two of them, and then it's a disabled main character for kids to look up to.
Yeah.
Because we don't get a whole lot.
Yeah,
of
because
that.
it's not like Gobber, because I mean, Gobber's just like...
He's got like one hand, and does he have even a foot?
I think they took one of his feet.
Okay, because I know he has like one mechanical hand and one real hand, and I know he has a peg.
Yeah.
Does
I
he
think he
have
has, like,
two?
He may have a foot. I don't know. He may have two. I'm not 100% sure.
My memory serves me, if it serves me right, Gober has one actual appendage left.
That sounds correct. It sounds correct.
But it's like Gober's like the comedic relief. Almost. It's like the mentor comedic relief. He's like the Phil. Except a little, no, not even a little nicer, because he's still pretty sarcastic to Hiccup. So, he's like a Phil from Hercules to Hiccup, to help him kind of discover who he is as a person, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's got one peg leg.
All right, so he's got a peg leg, a real foot, and then a real hand, and then a mechanical hand.
And a missing tooth. That's like a rock. Like you do.
Like Vikings did, obviously, I
And
suppose.
then obviously, you know, all the kids now look up to Hiccup. Because they're like,
the
yeah.
village looks up to Hiccup.
Exactly. It's like, he saved us type of thing. And
He
they're
saved
like,
us, and now he's
everything's
given us this really awesome mode of transportation.
Mhm. Now everybody can fly dragons.
Yay!
And it's like, this is what the new place is. Like, we just, you know, we have all these dragons now.
And then and then they, like, Jay does another, like, this is the Isle of Berk. We live with dragons.
I need you to do a Jay Baruchel impression, please.
I can't
Just
do
give it a shot.
Jay.
This is the Isle of Berk. It's
can't
very
do
much
Hiccup.
just this, like, nasally, like, nerd
Yes,
type voice.
which is, like,
the
perfect.
Isle of Berk.
Which is, like, the casting on that was perfect.
Except he's weird because he can go like high pitched and nasally, but then it's like a deep undertone.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you manage that. That's just his voice.
It's his voice, and there's no acting there.
No, he's just like, I just read a script. And you're like, all right, bro.
Okay.
Good job, man.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then, Astrid and Hiccup.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was waiting for it. It's like the moment I saw, because when we first meet Astrid,
It's like an
she,
explosion going on behind her.
explosion, and she's like whips her hair out. It's like this
flip of the
slow
hair,
mo, and you're like,
and that's Astrid.
that's our main character. That's our heroine right
Okay,
there.
So that's our love interest, but they do it really well because Astrid's like character is not dependent on hiccups
Oh no,
by any stretch of the imagination, and I love it.
she and Hiccup are just like there together.
Yeah.
Like they exist in this. They cohabitate and exist in the same space. at
And that's why they
times.
work so well together because it's a romance that's actually believable.
Mm-hmm. Because you also have one where you also have it to where it's like, if they were to go off in their separate ways, it would be totally believable as well.
Right.
Like
Because they're different people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're completely different. Because like Hiccup's got like this knowledge, but then Astrid's got the brawn to go with it.
Yeah, which is usually
It's usually the swap.
yeah.
And it works so well. Like they're two characters.
Yeah, and then like in the second movie, you get a little bit more development for Astrid. And Astrid is like wicked smart in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like they're a couple that just makes me really happy that exists. Especially like in a kid focused movie.
Yeah.
Like you can still be this girl, still be kick butt, but it's okay if you like this guy. It's not going to change who you are as a person.
We do have one scene in the third one with Rough Nut, and it's Kristen Wiig like pulls out all the stuff. Like she's just
I
like
love her.
everything,
I love
and
her
she like
so much.
lays it all down.
Oh. Okay, so
It's great. It's
like,
some good stuff.
How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is like my movie this year.
Yeah, right. There's a Star Wars coming out. There's
cares?
Infinity War
Who
Part 2
cares?
coming out, or whatever the heck they're called. What are they calling that? I don't even remember.
Endgame.
Oh yeah. That's
Who
the one. That's the
cares?
one that sounds like a crappy video game.
Looks like one. So, so it's like
Let's stop talking about movies that don't have plot.
yeah. So we don't care. I don't care about like a lot of movies. I think DC has.
Shazam. We got Shazam.
That's like the
That's
other,
it. That's it. That's the
like
only
the
thing.
Other movie I'm really looking forward to this year. I'm like, when you break it down, I might have a couple more, like the Death on the Nile, the continuation of like Murder on the Orient Express and stuff like that. But like the movie I've been looking forward to this year has been Hidden World. Like that's my movie.
Yeah.
So
I
don't
think
need
that
anybody.
I think that was both of our movies when we did our 2000.
I think so.
Like that, the one that we were looking forward
yeah.
to.
And it's like, so there's no need to like me read articles to get me excited. Like I was excited when they announced they were going to even do a third one and they didn't even have any photos for it. I was like, yes, give this movie to me now. So I'm so excited to see where they're going to take these characters.
Same.
I already know where they're going to take these characters.
Oh yeah,
Quiet.
yeah. Okay, so let's kind of talk about. We kind of skipped it because I wanted to save it for last.
Okay.
Let's save it for last. The animation. The animation in this is so good. Now,
Especially since it's 10 years old.
exactly.
It still holds up.
Now I mean the like the character designs when like you have a dragon next to them are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because like you can say like, okay, we have to put a lot of stuff into the dragon, so they take a little bit off of like the human characters. But when it's the human characters by themselves, you're like, beautiful.
Yes.
And then the third one, oh my goodness,
I can't even imagine
it's
how good it
so
looks.
good.
Because even like the Netflix shows,
Oh yeah, they look so great.
they're like, yeah. Like, is it House of Burke?
Riders of Burke.
Riders of Burke.
Hiccup has stubble.
Yeah.
Just like a barely little bit of stubble that is like semi-growing the entire film.
Yeah.
And you're just like, damn, guys.
Well, it's like
damn. There's sweat glistenings. It looks so
Illumination.
good.
I'm gonna speak blasphemy. Illumination is my favorite big production house in America right now. It beats out, for me, it blows and smokes Disney.
Yeah,
far and
I mean,
away.
Disney's done like. I don't think Disney's done anything really, really good since Zootopia. That's my opinion, and that was 2014. something like that. 2015. I don't remember. But yeah, since Zootopia, that was the last really good Disney movie.
And like Illumination has consecutively come out with really good looking movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have
all
of the How to Train Your
these.
Dragon movies.
Wait till the third one, Anna. Just wait. Just look at everything. And you're just like...
I'm going to have to see it like 4 times.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm going to go back the second time, because I'm like, I'm just going to look at everything.
Because I'm going to be too distracted with what's going on first watch through. And then second time, I'm going to just admire all the beauty in front of me. And then it's like you have The Guardian, The Rise of the Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
It's
gorgeous. I've said it before. Give me saturated, beautiful color. I'm going to like your movie. That movie delivers. And beautiful, saturated. Just look at Tatiana. I mean, yes.
She's so good. As this weird, like, hummingbird type character.
Yes. And even Sandy.
And Jack even.
And
Jack just looks so pretty.
I might have to go home and watch this movie now.
I kind of want to.
Yeah,
I kind of want to.
Okay, so I love the Illumination House. Like, I have watched Despicable Me too many times to actually say that it's like a good movie, because I've got a nephew who, before he actually spoke English, he spoke Minion. So, but those movies are still beautiful, and they're good stories, especially for like the age range that they're trying to hit, and I just applaud them.
Yeah.
Because How to Train Your Dragon is a movie I loved when it first came out. I still love it today. I'm still obsessed with the characters. And I just kind of, like, Hot Topic just announced that they're going to release, like, a How to Train Your Dragon, like, clothing line. And I'm like, yes!
Are they going to call it How to Clothe Your Dragon? Because they totally should.
Because that is a missed opportunity, and they did not take it.
Oh.
Boo
That's
on
a
you,
shame.
Hot Topic.
That's a shame.
But it's like, this is a fandom that needs more love.
Mm-hmm. And it sucks that this is the end of the...
It does suck, but I'm so happy with what we've gotten that I'm not, like, disappointed that I don't have any more.
Yeah. It's good. It's a really, really good series. And yeah, just talking about, like, just the hair looks good, freckles look good, the water looks incredible,
Toothless
clouds
eyes.
looks amazing. Yeah, all the dragons look great.
The dragons.
Oh, man.
It rekindled the love of dragons for me. I mean, not to say that I never didn't love dragons, but...
But yeah, no, this movie makes you, like, like, if kids' love affair with dragons now is why we had was this movie, like how we had this love affair with dinosaurs because of Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. And it's such a... Dang, just it's A+. When you just want to go ahead and rank it.
10 out of 10.
No, we only do 5s.
Oh, 5 out of 5.
What's your thing
Moon
now?
wands.
5 moon wands. Yeah, 5 different pines.
Yeah, you don't have to argue with me.
Yeah, no, it's
because it's great writing. It's gorgeous. The music's beautiful. The cast is amazing.
Oh,
and
God.
the cast only gets better as you go through like the movies. I mean, you add Kit Harington in the second one.
Oh, good old Kit.
And then you get Kate Blanchett in the second one, and Kate. And it's like, the cast only gets better as you go through the films, and the films only look better as you go through them. And I bet the music was great in the third one too.
I wasn't really paying too much attention.
Were you
to
too
it.
involved in the story?
Yeah, I was in the story, so it'll be something second watch through I'll be able to listen to a little bit more.
It's just like the world of Burke is just a great world. And I'm actually this
everything looks lived in, everything looks real. You could actually imagine people
like
will have lived here for years
that
and
has
years.
Existed, that has continued to exist. There's actually an instance I was at an activity with a bunch of friends, and someone said something, and she went like, "Well, you." Gesturing, and I go, "You just gestured to all of me. What do you mean?" And my friend goes, "I understood that reference. Thank you." And I go, How to Train Your Dragon here representing. Do you know, I think that's an missed opportunity. Hey, Universal Studios, I need a dragon ride. Because they've got the Minion. They got the Minion when you first walk into Universal Studios. They don't have...
Do they not have a How to Train Your Dragon anywhere?
No. It's a missed opportunity. Like Disney, they have a missed opportunity. They need the ride from Emperor's New Groove.
We go over the waterfall?
Where it's like, no, it's like pull the lever, Kronk, and then you pull the lever, and then it's the wrong lever, and then you just like drop. It's a free fall.
Oh,
that's what I want.
I could see them doing that at doing that as like a Tower of Terror type thing.
Yes.
Where they just do like an overlay, like
they
an
need
Emperor's
Cusco
New
land,
overlay.
Because it's like boom, Cusco land.
Well, we're getting
Cuscotopia.
Cuscotopia. Well, we're getting a Zootopia land in Shanghai. Which makes you want to go to Shanghai.
I've always wanted to go to Shanghai, so it doesn't make me want to go, and it makes me want to go more.
I know, but now it's just like now you look at stuff for Shanghai, and you're like, how much would it cost to get to Shanghai? And you're like, oh.
Well, that was the first pin I trained was a Shanghai.
Was
a Shanghai Disney Daisy pin.
See, it would be nice because is it bad that I would rather go to Zootopia Land than Star Wars Land?
No.
And
because we have that mindset where I'm almost at that point where they're just trying to
milk
me for my nostalgia of my love of Star Wars at this point. And I know a lot of people don't feel that way. I respect you that you don't feel that way. I feel that way because I don't feel like these movies, I mean, I'm not going to say that the original trilogy are like fantastically sculpted films.
No,
but
episode
fun.
1 was though.
They're fun movies still. These new movies outside like Rogue One for me aren't fun.
No. I don't know what Solo was. Did you watch Solo?
I still have not yet seen Solo.
It's on Netflix. That was the only way that I watched it because I was not going to
like
pay extra money to go rent that thing.
And it's like for me that's so disappointing because it's like Disney has all these great properties and then I think Dreamworks they don't just like pump stuff out. Mm-mm. They're kind of selective with what they make and what they make is beautiful, well-crafted stories. Of course, they milk like the Minions.
Well, because that's a money maker.
That is a
They're
money
like, oh yeah,
maker.
we're gonna continue to do
so
those.
I don't judge them for milking that.
I did like what they did with Boss Baby though. Like they did Boss Baby, now they're just like, it had a following, but it wasn't a big following.
No, and like they've got that Netflix.
We'll throw it on Netflix.
And then they've got that Netflix. I think they've got a TV show for it now on Netflix.
Yeah,
that's kind of geared towards,
I don't
younger
know
grade
who
school
it's
kids.
geared towards.
And it's like DreamWorks tends to be way more choosy with what they decide to make, which I'm so grateful for because we've gotten these gorgeous movies out of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to complain an iota about anything because I get How to Train Your Dragon and I love those movies so much.
So we've rated it. We really like the animation is gorgeous. The story is fantastic. Everybody who acts in it, the cast is
phenomenal.
Is great. I don't think there's a single person in the cast that are just like, ew, gross, take them out.
No.
I
think
everybody is good.
Does like a great job in there. Yeah, I don't think there's like one like miscast.
No.
In there at all.
And we kind of didn't talk about like everybody's different. Like everybody looks different. Everybody's character design is different.
Because like we mentioned this once when we were talking about Ladybug. Like in the background, you'll have like 5 people with the exact same character design with
they're just like different color hair.
Yeah, and then like, but if you look at this one, like all of the Vikings, all of them, not just our main cast.
They're all different body types.
Types, shapes, hairstyles, clothing, outfits. They're all so different from one another, and it's like, thank you, because usually you're like, you're gonna be not a main character, and you can still kind of tell that they're not gonna be a main character, but they're still well executed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they just did a copy paste like a lot of things do. Oh man! All right, so next week is How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Whoop whoop!
Excited for that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will admit I probably liked the second one a little bit less than the first one because there are some plot things that they did and story things that they did that kind of aggravated me a little bit, but that's natural with a sequel.
Yeah.
Whatever, but I still love it.
Mm-hmm. And we will talk about that next week.
Yeah.
All right. So, Hannah, that was fun. It was good.
Of course.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since it's just been the two of us.
Exactly. To quote again the song, "It's been a while."
Such an old song.
It's
taking me back. Whoa.
So, anything else? Anything else that you're into right now? Did you wanna plug?
Oh gosh.
I watched The Kingdom, which is that Korean.
Oh, how was that?
It's actually really, really good. Like, I was surprised how good it was gonna be.
I'll
I also
admit-
watched Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, I've been
By the
meaning
way,
to watch that
Crazy
movie.
Rich Asians is a better version of 50 Shades of Grey, except without all the sex. But like, it's better written. It's better story.
like,
it actually made me want to go out and read the book.
Who are the main three ladies? It's Constance Wu,
Mm-hmm.
Awkwafina, and then who?
Aquafina, by the way, is amazing.
She rocked Ocean's 8. She blew that movie out of the water.
You know Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this. Aquafina is Charlie. Her character is so Charlie the entire time. I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's Charlie.
Has she watched the movie?
No.
She needs to watch the movie then.
But I told her who it was. She's like, they always think I'm this like rude, crass. But I was like, yeah, have you looked in a mirror? It's like, that's kind of you. That's why you're so lovable.
No, I've been dying to watch that movie actually. But the three main ladies in that film just won like a big like culture award.
They should have.
And I'm really happy that that movie was so successful because there needs to be more diversity and representation in Hollywood.
Yeah. It was, oh my goodness, it was so good. I was very, very pleased.
Yeah, I'll admit I haven't really watched a whole lot of stuff. With all this stuff going on at work, like my day off last week was me doing reference calls at home. I did 12 of them, and it's like, and then, you get 4 callbacks, and you're like, yay! So you're carrying all this stuff with you, like, all day long. And it's like, I've been so consumed with everything. Ashley was going to record this episode with us, but Ashley needed a nice, relaxing day, so she is not participating today. We love you, Ashley. Hope everything is going better. And that today's the day that you needed to kind of relax and feel better. Because I know how that feels. It's just work stress for me.
Oh, man. Unlocked, doing good. They just did the new updates, so now that you can stream with everybody. And
I still think there's actually some problems on Android.
Oh, yeah, no, there's problems all over the place.
But I know that like a lot of people have been talking that the mods are really working on them to make sure that they get like straightened out as fast as possible.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's good, and I like what they were doing with it, but at the same time you're just kind of like, maybe not yet. Type of.
Well, you gotta take the jump sometime.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great if you could pull whoever you wanted in, and like just be like, hey, I'm gonna pull you in, and you pull that person in.
Okay.
But not just allowing everybody to stream.
Okay.
To me, that makes a little bit more sense because now you've just got a whole bunch of, and I had to do the unfollow all.
Oh yeah.
Because I had follow all in there because it was all content creators, and I had
Yeah.
to unfollow all because now it's just every
Everybody.
13 seconds my phone was blowing up with everybody trying to.
Because I can see where it's like really cool, where it's like a community around like animation and anime, and it's like this place where you can like be a content creator, and I really think that's like a really awesome and dope idea. I do think there needs to probably be
a little bit more
slight vetting process, maybe like a submission process.
Yeah,
before
that's
you
what
can
we had to
stream.
do.
Yeah, so this is probably going to be trial and
No, we
error.
didn't. I was like, oh no, that
You
was
just
that was
rubbed
just
elbows.
Bryce. Bryce was just like, hey, you want it? I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
that was it.
why not? It's like you rubbed elbows with the right kind of people, kind of thing. So it's like it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
It'll just be a process as you go, I think, for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going on right now. We've got some episodes coming out soon. Hopefully, doing some interviews. Got an interview scheduled for this Thursday with a webcomic artist.
Oh yes.
Who lives in Melbourne, Australia.
I love how much you love this webcomic.
I love all of the webcomics, man. Like
Are you reading Lore?
What's Lore?
That's the Persephone and Hades one that's just like blown up. It's like set in modern day, but they're Hades and it's Persephone. It's like they're.
Is that on Webtoon?
Uh huh.
I didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
Gonna have to check that.
Yeah, the art is really stylized and it's all color. Like Hades is like blue and Persephone's is like pink.
That's nice.
Yeah. But that is like that is like my all-time favorite Greek mythology story ever.
There's one that they're doing with I can't remember the dude's name. He's like Piccolo or something on. That one where it's like Icarus and
he's in the sun.
Yeah,
because he posts all the time on Instagram.
And he does those awesome like Teen Titans ones, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
His Raven and Beast Boy make me shake every time. I think he's got a comic coming out for her. I had like a meltdown. I was like, okay, so if you want, it's at PICCOLO.
Or is it just one C?
I think it's two. I'll double check though, because if you can follow him on Instagram,
his art is amazing.
Oh my gosh, it kind of makes me hate myself just a little bit, but then also
is he Brazilian?
Okay, so his handle is actually at _PICOLO. And I'm just excited every time he posts a new thing. And it's Icarus and the Sun.
Yeah, he is Brazilian.
Yeah. So follow him.
Yeah.
He's
amazing.
fantastic. And he's really great on Twitter too. So if you can follow him on both social media platforms, do it. He's a great artist and content creator to follow. His style is amazing, and I'm really excited to see what else he's got coming
out. Oh, heck yeah. We had Shore Jackson on again.
Awesome.
Did some nice Darby.
Of course.
So that's always fun. I've got some voice actors lined up.
Dope.
So that'll be good too. I have EXO lined up. No, I'm just kidding.
The boys. You have Dio lined up. His English is pretty good.
Who's it would Suo would be the one that I would want to talk with.
Because he's the leader.
And he's like
the English, like the top. Okay, so let's go top 4. Who has like the best English? I would probably say it's Lei, number 1.
Oh well, yeah, Lei. I'm talking about like real members of it. I'm just kidding.
Dio, Suho, and then Sehun.
See, it would be weird because Sehun never talks.
Sehun is very sweet. No, I was watching an interview, and it was, I think it was they were
I don't know, Chenyel, though.
Have you heard his rap in the Far East movement song?
Chocolate ice cream?
No, that was Sehun.
That was Sehun? I thought it was Chenyel.
That was Sehun.
Oh.
Do you want, no, that, Baekhyun is the do you want
whipping cream? Whipping cream?
No, Sehun, they were in an interview, and Sehun did a little bit where he gave a message to the Chinese fans, and he did it in very, very good Chinese. And Lei is sitting right behind him, and he turns around, and he's like, how was I? And Lei was like, you did really, really good.
They're so cute. They're so cute together. Oh, man.
My boys.
Anyway,
sorry.
Welcome back to the K-Pop Korner. You thought we left, but we came back.
We never leave.
No.
What are you talking about? We're always there.
So Hannah, where can everybody find you?
You guys can always find me on Instagram and Twitter at @asillyred.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh L. Kane. You can find the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast, on Facebook and Tumblr, Animation Station Podcast, on Twitter at Animate Podcast. All of our episodes are available iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, anywhere that you can download a podcast, and on our website, animationstationpodcast.com. Again, next week is How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yes.
And beginning in March, we're going to start taking submissions for Audience Appreciation April.
Cool.
Where if you want us to do something, you got to let us know. And then the stuff that gets the most votes, that's what we do for Audience Appreciation April.
Okay.
Even if it's something, it'll probably just be Voltron.
Is that what most people ask
Everyone
you?
wants freaking Voltron.
Well, we've been meaning to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm ready to join that fandom.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I can.
I might give it my best try, though, guys.
It's so toxic. It's such a toxic fandom.
Well, if you just watch the show, maybe.
Oh! You know what comes out this Friday, guys? This Friday?
It's not Star, is it?
No, it's not. Star is in March.
Okay.
And check out our episode with Adam MacArthur, and we're gonna have him back on once Star ends, so we can have a fun little spoiler episode with Mr. Marco Diaz himself. But no, Dragon Prince season 2.
Oh, Oh, that's
Dragon
right.
Prince Season 2. So, Giancarlo,
Hit us up.
hit us up. We'll have you on. We'll talk. We'll talk some Avatar. We'll talk some
Guys.
Star, and we'll talk some Dragon Prince because he did Star too.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Mhm. Because
That
he was
would
on
make
he was
sense.
on Star before Dragon Prince came along.
Okay, so then that makes sense because that would seem like something that he would be involved with. No, guys, hit us up. Yuri on Ice. Yuri on Ice. I want Josh to watch this dang show.
It's dank. It's
Dank.
full of weed.
No, or no, just really buff skaters.
Really buff skaters.
Really
That's
buff
free.
skaters.
That's free. That's really buff swimmers.
That's the next show I'll
That's
probably
the-
be watching.
All right. So again, thanks everybody for coming on and listening to us ramble.
Absolutely.
So for the Animation Station podcast, I'm Josh.
I'm Hannah.
Bye bye, little butterfly.
Chogi Wa.